Good afternoon and welcome back to another Galen Eagles Athlete Podcast where we talk everything Galen University. We speak to our Soaring Eagles, our very own athletes, and we get to know a bit more about them and their experiences and their journey. And this afternoon, India, we are joined by our very own football stars, no stranger to Belizeans, no strangers to Galen University, and we will dive into the lives and the stories of Wilfredo Galvez Jr. and Jada Brown, names that's very common to the Belizean ear. If you know Jada, we've heard about her performances on national team. We know about her performances as a student. Same thing with Buddy. But I'm going to pass the mic over now to Buddy and to Jada to have them introduce themselves and give us an update on where they are in their journey right now with sports as well as academics. Because as you will learn, they're both out of the country right now studying. So take it away, Buddy. Just give us a quick introduction, where you're from, what you're doing right now, and let the people know what's going on with Buddy right now.
Uh, hey everyone, my name is Wilfredo Galvez. I was born in Punta Gorda town, down south of Belize, and when I was 7, that's when I moved to Belmopan City, where I live like the rest of my life. Uh, um, I'm a Galen alum, and now I go to Northwood University here in the United States. It's in Midland, Michigan. I'm doing my master's right now in business administration. It's been going good so far. I just finished up my summer semester, and but what I'm more excited for is my the upcoming season for my college. It's at the end of August, and it's going to be my last season. I'm going to be a senior this year, so I'm just excited to see how that plays out.
Awesome, awesome. Look at that. Look at how time flies, right?
And
Jada, take it away.
Hi, I'm Jada Brown. I'm from Ontario Village. Uh, I graduated from Galen in 2022 summer. Got the opportunity to study at Campbellsville University, where I'm doing my master. Well, I did my master's degree, graduated already, but still have like more.
Round of applause for Jada.
I still have two more classes to finish off, but yeah, the experience has been really good. And just a couple weeks ago, I just finished playing with the USL Women's League over this side, which is like a semi-professional league. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. We love to hear that, especially when we hear our young Belizeans thriving and particularly our Galen athletes thriving, because we know that you all have the foundation to soar. India, checking in with you this afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm very good today. I'm super excited about our guest, as you said, Galen Eagles, and making our country proud internationally. So I hope everyone that's watching enjoys today's podcast. It's going to be very interesting.
So here's what we're gonna do today, guys. We're gonna take it back a bit, but we're gonna start from where we are presently. So I just want a quick recap of how your season was, buddy, and how your season was, Jada, and just kind of share with us how you have grown as athletes over your past semesters at university in the US. And then we're gonna take it back a bit and also get what your experiences were as Galen athletes. So we're gonna start with you, buddy. How was your season?
well, this year has been it was kind of difficult at the start. Is when I came in with an injury, but like I had to monitor it and stuff like that. So, but I had a couple of spells in the season like where I was good, and I started off like with two preseason goals, and then our team we were at like second place
Hmm.
with one game left, and we ended up losing the game, and we dropped from second all the way to eight, so we missed the playoffs like with just
Hmm.
one game. That the table was just tight, but in the like it was like a bunch of new players because when I came, it was like a new signing, so that we were basically rebuilding our team, and
Okay.
so it was like just a whole bunch of new players. And then like in the spring, like we definitely played better. It was more like possession football basically, because
Mm-hmm.
like we started playing together. We know how each other played and stuff like that. So it's been going good. And in the spring, I had way more goal. I think I had 3 goals in like 4 games. So it was better. And my coaches, they told me that like I came a long way throughout the year, and they're excited for my next season. That's why I'm excited as well. I'm just like right now, I'm just trying to stay healthy as much as possible,
Mm-hmm.
taking care of my body, getting in the gym. I get in the gym more often now, because here we have access to gyms, like free access, compared to back at home where it's hard to get in the gyms and stuff
We're,
like that.
we're
So
gonna get all into that conversation this afternoon.
but yeah, it's honestly like it's been going good. I'm just enjoying the journey, as an athlete. It's going good so far. I can't even complain. The good times, the bad times, it's all a part of the journey. So
Right, right. And you, Jada, give us an update about your season. How's that been going?
Uh, it was quite a journey, to be honest. um, Same thing as Buddy. I came in with an injury, so that was kind of like a step back for me. But despite that, I think that my team did pretty well. But starting off the season, it was quite difficult because we weren't as much game. But along the way, we started to be able to win games, started to connect more. I mean, we had about 3 of us that was new on the team because they have their varsity and their JV team, and so I had the opportunity to be on the varsity team, and yeah, we just built connection with the girls that were there, and at the end of the season, we won mid conference, so we got to get a ring.
Okay.
That was a good accomplishment, a pretty big accomplishment, yeah, and our ranking went up a lot. Um, I think I've learned a lot from the team, especially as it in regards to like the technical part and just the level. So I think that it was a great exposure, and through the exposure and the stuff that I learned from the team, I got the opportunity to play in a summer league. So I think that it was quite a journey, but it prepared me for where I am today. Yeah.
And I think you know what the next question is. Are you thinking about matriculating into the professional league?
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna be looking forward to that. How about you, buddy?
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. That's where I'm basically. That's why I came out here, because I thought I was gonna finish with like school after Galen, but I couldn't miss out on an opportunity like this, which helped me. So I think I'm on the right path.
So I want you guys to tell us a bit about your experiences as Galen athletes. What was that like? What was your experience like at Galen University?
I'll go first. Um, I think it was fun while it lasted. I wish it could have been more, because um, when we were there, COVID happened, so we didn't really. I think I only ended up playing 2 seasons, but the 2 seasons I had was like the two of the most fun seasons. I think like even like the bus rides, the like just the trainings and stuff. All of that was just fun. You get to chill with the boys, and the girls used to play as well, like the same days. So like we would come back together and stuff like that. It was all like the bus ride was just fun and joyous. You get to get coached out of character and stuff like that.
Right.
And yeah, I think it was good. We played against Sacred Heart. When it comes to them and football, it's basically like you meet a lot of higher level players, and
Mm-hmm.
then we with us, like we were using some of the basketball players on our team to get trying to play football and stuff like that. So it was kind of hard, but we managed to like had like in my second season, we had some good games. Like we almost end up winning hearts. It was just by like a fingernail we lost or something like that. But I thought it was fun, and I just wish that there could have been more seasons that we played. So
Awesome, awesome. And how about you, Jada? What was your experience like?
I I really really enjoyed Galen, and I think that it's hard to explain if you don't know what family is, because that's what I felt at Galen. And I think I got very emotional when I had to leave. But I mean, there's a time that will come that you have to leave. And yeah, I really really enjoyed. I played multiple sports. I did football, basketball. I did baseball, and I did paddling. I was supposed to do volleyball, but yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah, see? You can't miss out on the volleyball. You got two volleyball courts right now in your
COVID, I think COVID happened, and then
Yeah.
did a whole volleyball thing. But I think I would have probably enjoyed that too as well. But yeah, my experience was wonderful, and I'm thinking about going to paddle back home since I'm a part of the alumni. So I think I could get the opportunity to be a part of the paddling team because I think that was pretty fun, especially with Mr. O. Great.
I've thought about it for some time, and I've stated that I wanted to try the La Ruta Maya thing with Galen University. Who knows? Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
It's all mental and not really physical.
And as you said, mental, I want to ask you both something. During that COVID era, what was it like for you as athletes when you didn't have the opportunity to be able to interact with people and you had to train by yourself? You didn't have access to the gyms and stuff like that. How did you keep your mental sanity during that time as athletes?
I could go first if I didn't know.
Yeah, you can go.
Me, of course, hard. We're not play the sport that we really love. But years before that, I used to always say that I just need time to invest in myself, like to work on me. And so that COVID year was a time when I started to try to change my mindset, try to change mentally, emotionally. So during that time, yes, I was sad that I wasn't able to, do the stuff that I love, but at the same time, working on me. And during that time, I just, like I said, mentally, physically, I tried to work out every day. And yeah, that's why I think that I'm where I am today. Cause like during COVID was that time to work on me. I always tell people if you didn't work on yourself during COVID, then I don't know what else.
Yeah. Yeah. And you, buddy? What was it like for you?
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't like it, but the reason I didn't like it is because I think I was like a lazy athlete. So like when they said that we couldn't do like non-contact sports and stuff like that, the only thing like what was there to do was that that's the physical part of the sport is you have to work out alone and stuff like that. And I think that's what basically helped me. That summer, it was that summer I ended up like work like took my training serious and stuff like that because all you had it was either you go out and go for a run or you stay inside all day. That's basically it. And it's nice to go out for a run by yourself. It helps them
Mhm.
with your mental with the mental part of the sport and stuff like that. You get to think a lot about your future and stuff like that. And it's kind of like it gives you motivation to help you
Mhm.
push harder and stuff like that. So even though like we didn't have the sport, I feel like I needed that because like it really helped me a lot just to become a bit fitter.
Guys,
Go ahead, India.
okay, I have a question. Since we're on the impact of COVID, I know that maybe Brighton, you can attest to this as well. There are obstacles being in a foreign country, being on an athletic scholarship, and taking your education serious. So I want you guys to share with us maybe some obstacles that you guys faced and how you overcame those.
Well, are you talking about over here like or during COVID?
No, not during COVID. Over there, just being
Oh yeah. So with my program is they put so basically what they did with me, they put me in the evening program because it's a 2 year program and I have 2 year eligibility. So they just put it that I finished my eligibility the same time with my program. And in the evening program, it's one class a week, so it's only on Tuesday. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
You had that
it's only
similar
it's one class, so I
similar
get one class a
experience.
week. Yeah, from 6 to 9. So like
Hmm.
it's kind of balanced out, but sometimes I still tend to procrastinate and leave my work for last minute, just
Hmm.
like just to feel the pressure. And but like you get like the whole week to do what you have to do and stuff like that. It only usually gets busy like in the fall when season is happening. Like we have like 3 sessions, sometimes like we have like two sessions a day or something like that, and it's kind of hard to be
Mhm.
juggling with school. And then now I just started working on campus, so I think it's gonna be a little more difficult when the fall happens. But you know, God don't give us more than we can handle, so just gotta pray and keep going.
Yeah, for me, it was similar to Buddy. With a master's program, we have 8 courses. So I brought like during my 8 week courses, I probably had like 2 classes. One was online, which I didn't have to log into, just do my assignment, and then one was in person. So it was kind of leveled off. But this year I started working on campus, and we had postseason, so we had early morning training and then evening training as well. And it got kind of little exhausting just because I had to go to training at get up at like 5:45 or 5:30, train at 6, finish off from training, and maybe I have work probably at 9 or something. Yeah, but apart from that, it was much easier than someone doing a bachelor's degree that has 6 courses, 5 or 6 courses. Yeah.
Definitely. I could certainly relate to Buddy's experience with having those modular courses where it's like one course for the week.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like for us, it was times one. Um, it was one course for the entire week, and you had to do like pre-course assignments and then hand in post-course assignments, and then you had to try to ensure that you're balancing your time with training as well as getting your academics completed. And so, definitely obstacles there.
Yeah.
Um,
Even though you have people might say, "Oh, only 2 classes," but the classes have a
Oh
lot.
yeah, the workload,
for sure, for sure.
everything on paper is paper. Everything to write for paper.
Yeah.
What I like about this chat today is that we have all athletes in this room right now who really and truly take their craft seriously, and and I want to ask how are you changing your daily regimen, or how have you changed your daily regimen since leaving the country and entering into a new environment where you have more access to certain resources?
So like when I was back at home, I used to eat late at night, and I used to go sleep late. I used to like just stay up late, play video games and stuff like that. But with my work, like if I do that, then I have a really terrible day because I'm gonna be exhausted all day. And
Hmm.
then the way I try to do it is I'm not really a morning person, so I don't pick like if I want to stay consistent with my workout, I don't like set my workout time to be in the morning. So basically what I do is I go to work, and then after work, since I'm already on campus, I'll go to the gym and work out right after. So it's just like just how I change my old habits from back at home to here. You know the resources is here, so I always tell myself like, because back at home I used to have one excuse that I didn't have access to this or I didn't have access to that. So like since I came over here, I tell myself, all right, if you don't do this, it's because you're really lazy. I just
Hmm.
put stuff in my head so to make sure that I don't do it. So I try to avoid it and stuff like that.
Right, right.
For me, there wasn't that much of a change, just because, like I said, over COVID was a whole transition for me. So I used
Hmm.
to go to the gym back home. I used to travel from Ontario to Belmopan, catch the bus every time to put in the work. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, apart from that, yeah, I didn't have that much of a change. I had tried to change my eating at home before I have left, and yeah, there wasn't that much of anything that had changed. But I mean, this time at my school, the gym was like seconds away. So I'm completely the opposite from Buddy. I'm a morning person, so I prefer to work out early in the morning. There, yeah.
That's mad discipline though, to travel all the way from Ontario to Belmont
Yep.
just to get in. Like I could see myself doing that. So big ups to you for doing that.
If I don't catch bus, that bus seat and I did drop asleep. Yeah, just asleep when I finished from training, but I had to do what I had to do.
So ask one question before we get into our this or that game, which India is gonna take over. But this question is more along the lines of what you would want to see different in terms of sports development in Belize. And I'm going to give you a scenario. If you were the minister of sports and you had 90 days to change one thing about sports development in our country, and you had all the power, and you had the resources, what would that one thing be that you'd want to change to see sports go in a different trajectory?
Okay, so I'll go first. What I think I would do is, you know, just have youth academies all over the country. Like the I think the problem is like sometimes we have like some of those like those grassroots camps and stuff like that, but the thing is like it's not something that happens daily. Like it's just sometimes like one weekend for the month or something like that. But like if I'm talking academy, it's supposed to happen all year round. You need a travel squad where you take the teams out to play, sometimes out the country, even if it's like small club teams out the country, right at Melcher, Chetumal, or stuff like that. It's just like to get the kids uh exposed at a young age so that they could get in that competitive environment and stuff like that because I think it starts at the youth. Yeah, it's hard to develop when you're already of age, and I think that from maybe
Right.
from start like from 7 years old stuff like that, these kids should already be in academies traveling and stuff like that. So I think that's what I would do to change.
Yeah, I'm kind of like on the same page with Buddy. I feel like investment is the thing that we need to start working on, something that will help the kids to learn the technical part of the game. And I think for me, I started football late, so I didn't get that part. But I was talented enough to be able to play the sport. So just imagine properly investing and teaching the technical part of the game along with your talent. Then I think that our game in Belize would completely have a change, a whole shift. Yeah, so I think that would be my thing. And not
And
sorry, not only
go
that,
ahead. Go ahead.
like sometimes you need to go into the villages and different areas to really invest, because sometimes it's only like probably Belmopan, or maybe you find it in Belize City, or you need to find places where where you could invest in the kids. And like Buddy said, it can't be a 1 week thing and you expect someone to learn something. It has to be something that happen uh often so that they could pick up,
Right.
you know. Yeah.
So before I continue and continue to rant off and ask all these questions that I have, we're gonna take it over to India where we're gonna play a quick game of this or that.
All right, guys. So for the first this or that question, I have: would you rather be an average player with a good reputation or an elite player with rumors of you cheating in that sport? Rumors, just rumors.
I'd be an elite player with rumors. Yeah, without a doubt.
First question.
Would you rather be an average player with a good reputation or an elite player with rumors of you cheating in that sport?
Dang. Mm, if I make a if I choose, then I might be judged with the question I make. The answer I choose.
This is a safe space. This is a safe space.
Probably the first I would say.
You would be an average player with a good reputation.
Yeah, I feel like having a good reputation is something good.
And you, Brighton, what would you pick?
I never know I'm gonna get dragged into this. For me, angelic troublemaker, probably me, I'll be the elite athlete to our league. The rumor that I cheat. I mean, there's a rumor, right? And that's not our fact.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just rumors, so.
Uh-huh. Okay, my other question would be would you rather coach a college or professional team?
Professional.
Yeah,
Professional team. Yeah.
like,
Professional team. Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Because I'll be honest with you, some college coaches make very good money. And some colleges have really good programs. Like you see the guy who changed from Jackson State to the School of Colorado, the NFL guy. Like these guys are making like millions and millions of dollars from coaching. And with my limited experience that I had last year coaching at Edward Waters University, I see the opportunities that are there in coaching. So, um, college is good as well because then you also get to mold young people in that
Mm-hmm.
younger stage as well. When you deal with professional people, I mean, they have a lot of experience, and while that's good, I think there is a certain level of I guess molding that you could still do with younger athletes.
Mhm.
Good
All
point.
right. Other question: would you rather own the record of most points scored or most championships?
Um,
I'd go with most championships.
was championship because I mean, championship that's a huge thing. The forward, not every time you're gonna score, but if your teammates score, then we win.
Yeah.
So go with the championship. Yeah.
Championships. Right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
the same.
I dip on the same boat because I mean, from my experience right now with Belize national team, our aim is to get the gold medal for Central American Championships coming up in a month. So,
Okay.
definitely championship. I mean, I've been best attacker, best scorer in the region for some time. So that's
Yeah, but it feels bad when you're lifting just an individual trophy and then you don't
right,
get
right,
the first man of the
Yeah.
team.
right, exactly. And 2016 when we got the bronze medal, it felt much better than just winning an
Yeah,
individual. And so
Mhm.
for sure, championships.
Good answers, guys. I like the kind of athletes Belize have. All right. Final question. Would you rather be the most skilled player or the most intelligent player?
That's a good one, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, it's hard to say because I think I'm both, but I definitely go intelligent.
Yeah.
Definitely go intelligent.
Work on your skills.
Yeah.
For-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it.
like intelligence or something where you either got it or not.
Yeah, I'm sorry because like
Definitely.
this guy, I don't know if you all know him. His name is Luke Modric. Yeah, he's a midfielder for Real Madrid. He made a like a good point where he mentioned that when he said when he plays fast, so he doesn't give athletes that aren't intelligent a time to think. So if he plays fast, then they don't have time to think, so they move slower, even though they're more athletic than him. He's just always he tries to be one step ahead all the time, so
Mhm.
that they don't even have any time to react or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. And how I translate that to volleyball, being a volleyball player, is that in the midst of a rally, if you aren't the most intelligent player and you're not able to adapt to the situation in
Mhm.
the split of a second, then you're definitely the team that would probably lose the point.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about adapting to circumstances in the moment.
Definitely. Well, that was the last question, guys. Good answers. I know someone got with the safe answers. Um, Good answers.
All right, so back to our conversation. How do you believe that sports can be expanded in Belize? And that's a very vague question, but from your standpoint, how do you think that sports can be expanded?
You can go first on this one, yeah.
I was. This was. Um. Let me give me a while to really think about it.
Can you repeat the question, please?
How do you believe that sports can be expanded in Belize?
Hmm.
Perhaps it could be like institutionally, or it could be expanded in terms of the development. Um,
I say development can also be one, but
Academy.
uh, maybe through education as well.
mhm,
Is I mean, like, if they would like take it, maybe like the subjects in school, like for example physical education. That's the only I know here. They over here in the US it's just called gym and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
back at home is physical education. I feel like if they would like actually take the subject serious from like just put it into the kids' head at a young age, have them learn about sports, hard learning about taking care of their body and stuff like that
Right.
at a young age. Because like I feel like because like when we were younger, like for me, I just as soon as I hear physical education, it just means go outside and kick ball. It's not really, anything serious.
Hmm.
So maybe yeah, maybe through education, I'd say.
Awesome.
Uh,
Regina?
I would say having different academies would help to be able to let it expand. In my opinion, I don't know. I don't know if you would agree with that, but I think that just investing in with the different sports, but just having different academy, I think it really be yeah.
I think too that there's just too limited tournaments throughout the year, because sometimes you play one tournament maybe in January, finishes in March or something like that. You're not playing
Hmm.
another tournament until like in
Right.
September or something like that. So I just feel like they should have more, and even like national tournaments, maybe like sometimes they're like district
Hmm.
tournaments, and then I feel like they should have more national tournaments where the entire country compete against each other. Because like I know like for football they have like the inter district and stuff like that, but it's only something that happens like once a year. So maybe if it's something that happens like 3 times a year or something like that, that would still like that would honestly be good enough. And then like they have like under 17 and under 20, maybe having like under 7 inter districts,
Hmm.
U9, U11 and stuff like that, go younger.
A lot of time there is this stigma and discrimination that student athletes are not smart. What would be your response to that as as athletes and academics yourselves?
um
Uh,
Well, to first of all, like to be an, especially like if you're like a scholarship student, you have certain requirements and stuff like that. So you
Hmm.
to first of all, if you're a scholar, then you gotta maintain a certain GPA.
Hmm.
So like I don't know, I don't know the rumor about that or, or anything like that with the college students not being intelligent, but um I I think I'm intelligent. I'm just lazy, to be honest. But Um, yeah, that's just what I think basically.
true. The stigma for that student at least are not smart. In my opinion, there are athletes that are not, meant for school, but they're better at something else. And I think sometimes, you have athlete that goes to school, but they're just not good at school, but they might be excellent in another field. And I think people solely judge on that specific area. But for me, I think that we are smart. It's all about dedication, in my opinion. If you put the effort in, then you're going to be able to do good in school. And like Buddy said, we have a particular GPA that we need to make. So if we don't make it, then we lose our scholarship.
Yeah, and the problem too, like with some like some scholars, like because they're just focused more on the sport rather than the education, like they don't really know like which major to get into and something like that. I think like
Hmm.
if people would actually find something that they actually love and like enjoy doing, then I think that they'd be good at it at school.
Absolutely.
Guys, being you three being well all studying internationally, what were some culture shocks that you guys were faced with?
Repeat the question, please. I didn't hear it.
Like being an international student in a foreign country, I'm not sure if you were faced with any culture shocks.
Uh, for me, I think Belize prepared me to not have a culture shock. We're a melting pot. We're very diverse. So yeah, we have I'm very diverse. So I was able to fit right in without even having an issue.
Hmm.
That's for me.
Yeah, so the thing is, when I came in, it's not like I came in like just as a student. I came in as an athlete as well. So I was like, my friends were automatically soccer players and stuff like that. So I had like I had people around me who were kind enough to like like make me feel like family right away. And then like some of the some of the players, it's not only me being an international student, so I didn't feel alone, like I actually live with two other internationals, one from Italy and the other one from England. And then like we have a couple more international players as well, so it's it's not really a culture shock, because you feel you meet people from all around the country that have that share some kind of same aspects as you as well.
Yeah, my football team, what I mean diverse, very diverse. We probably had only on the varsity team, we probably only had 3 Americans. Everyone else was international. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. I'm certain those are experiences where you grow not only in your sport and academics, but you also grow. You become more culturally aware when your team is diverse. For sure.
Yeah.
You hear people speaking different languages, and you're kind of like trying to pick up on the language that they speak. They want to learn Creole, so there's
Yeah.
that cultural integration that's happening there on the team as well.
Yeah, and we traveled a lot too through sports, so it wasn't that difficult. Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Awesome. So, one of the things that we see happening here in Belize is that a lot of young people seems to be under this almost sense of apathy, like losing hope. Or how do you see sports being that tool to be able to um, bring some sort of positive influence and motivation to young people? How do you see sport being utilized to really make that positive impact on our young people in the community?
Um, I think through sports it creates opportunities. And I
Mhm.
think that for people that feel like they're losing hope, I feel like through sports it opens this entire gate for them. Yeah.
It's kind of like I think it's kind of like a safe space as well. It kind of like you go to your sport, and as soon as you step on that court or that pitch or something like that, you forget about all your problems, you forget about what's going on at home and stuff like that. So it's just not like it's kind of like to bring people together. It I think it also helps like you can also use it for education as well. Like for me,
Mhm.
for example, I went to Galen on a scholarship as well, and then I came over here in a scholarship, so I didn't really spend money on tuition and stuff like that,
Mhm.
which is also a huge thing. Like you can use sports to get you through education, and I think that's a big thing as well. So like to the people that losing hope and stuff like that, you just have to grind and keep on working on your art, and somebody gonna notice you one day. That's all you gotta hope for. And then you just gotta keep praying, because you just sometimes all you need is that one shot. That's all you need.
Now, I want to ask a question that's specific to Galen University, since we're on the Galen Eagles Athlete Podcast. What was that one standout moment in your journey at Galen University that you will never forget? Good laugh. Sound like he have quite a few.
I Jada would have to go first this one. I think I need that.
Question one more time.
What's that one moment or that one standout moment that you had at Galen University that you would never forget?
Um, Sorry about the win. Oh, that's a hard one. Or buddy, you should go first.
Hmm.
Once.
I gotta. I really gotta think about that one. It's a hard one. What we we're gonna turn the question to you, Brighton. What? Yeah, we didn't hear your one.
Yeah, asking me about my one standout. There's quite a few, honestly. Um, but I think that one standout moment that I had at Galen University was so besides the bus rides that we had with the team, it would definitely be when we won the championships. Um,
Yeah.
and we won three championships while I was there, but it was the one that we won in Belize City, and that's because I felt like there was like a transition happening with um the guys who were there before us. Like there was Travis there was also Faron Loriano there, and
Yeah.
these guys were kind of like passing the baton almost. Like we've set a very solid foundation with the university by winning former championships. Now it's your turn to like run with the baton. And so I guess like that championship that we won in Belize City was definitely one of the sweet championships for me.
Um, for me, I would probably say my most stand-up moment would be La Ruta Maya. Even though I play football, yeah, that would be my thing. I feel like first off, first time ever having like a females paddling. We're supposed to have three females, but unfortunately we couldn't, so we had a mixed team. But
Mm-hmm.
just during that time of paddling for 170 miles, 4 days. Yeah, I think it was completely phenomenal, and we were able to we won first place in our group, which was yeah in our group. So I think that's probably the thing that stood out to me the most.
Um, I think for me it would be the last season for me before COVID happened. I think we played. It was a game before with Sacred Heart, and like everybody was just saying that we're gonna get walkover and stuff like that because
Mm-hmm.
basically Sacred Heart used to have like a bunch of Verdes players and stuff like that already playing center pro. And at that time, I was just coming in from high school. I was like, it was my second season, so I was probably like 17 or 18 and already playing these guys about 2020 between 2024. And then it wasn't only me, it was me and some of my other friends as well. We just came out from high school. It was like a young team. We had some of the basketball players, and they people were saying like it was during the week like they were just gonna walk over us and stuff like that. So like there was a lot of like talk over social media, which brought more fans to the game. So like the game was like the bleachers was just decked and it was crowded and we had our own fans and stuff like that. And then like the it stood out to me because Galen don't really have much people on campus. Like we're not really a campus university. So like just to see the amount of people that just showed up to the game, the atmosphere was different. And then um they everybody thought they were gonna walk over us, and then the game ended up like a close game. Ended up, I think the game ended up finishing 2-1 or so. It was 2-1. That we ended up scoring first, and like when we scored, like, everyone just started cheering and shouting, and all that stuff, and you could barely hear yourself because like everyone was screaming and stuff like that. So like, basically, I just think that like just the support you get for the sports and stuff like that, it's just different.
For sure, for sure. Our fans always go 100%.
Yeah.
And we know when Galen reach because the nice.
Yep. And we barely got people.
That's the on campus experience though. Um, was one of the things that I missed the most because it's not a lot of people on campus. You could
Yeah.
either sit under the big trees outside on the picnic tables, or you could sit in the library area in the student lounge area. Um, and everybody that's in or on the campus, and so it really relaxes you when you come out of a classroom and you could
Yeah. Yep.
chill, talk, and just engage with your peers.
Yeah.
I think that was also another memorable thing for me, and the staff was always so welcoming and
Yep.
but it was a family.
Yep.
So that's what I really liked about my Galen experience. But we are almost at that mark, guys. I want to give you the platform to give some motivation to other young people who may be watching, who may be deciding about should I continue with sports, should I venture further into sports, and try to give them some motivation.
Basically I would say, guys, the sky's the limit. Don't stop working on your craft. Never stop working on it. There's gonna be bad days, but after every cloudy day comes the sun, so just you just have to have a little bit of faith and try to balance out your sports life and also your education life. You got to keep a good balance between it because You can't be doing good on one, and then your education is down, or your education is high and sport is down. Just keep it balanced as much as possible. Keep grinding, and it's definitely gonna pay off one day. Keep also, keep praying no matter what. God's always there. He listens, and one day something big is gonna happen. Like what I said earlier, all you need is one shot, and that one shot could change your life.
Absolutely. And you, Jada?
I would say first off, put your education first. I mean, sports is good, but through your education, you become much more knowledgeable of what's happening in the world. Like you have to be educated to survive in this world. So education first. Um, as it relates to sports, continue to do good in sports. I think what sets athletes apart is their dedication.
Mhm.
Yeah, I believe that you should work extremely hard if you want people to see you. You have to be different than others if you really want to be exposed. And I think you have to learn to eliminate motivation and be more dedicated, because sometimes you're not going to be motivated, but once you're dedicated, it helps you become a better athlete and you work much harder. Um, I think, yeah, that's it. If you continue to stay on the right path, also create your own environment. You have to surround yourself with people that want to do better in their life. So if you surround yourself with people that want to do great, then you start to become great. There's this, I think it's like a quote that says, if you want to see yourself in five, just look at the people you hang around. So
Mhm.
of my biggest advice, if you want to survive, well, if you want to do good in school, if you want to do good in sports, look at the people you hang around. So yeah, that's basically my lead 2 cents.
Awesome, awesome. Very, very insightful messages and words to leave off this conversation with this afternoon, guys. And we are greatly appreciative for taking the time up to join us in this course. Um, India, just like that, we're at number 5, and this is conclusion of our summer, our Galen Eagles Athletes Afternoon Summer Talk, or summer podcast as we call it. Um, this was a great conversation, very engaging, and we are seeing and witnessing our Eagles soaring, and that's what we're about, right? So, Buddy, thank you for joining us, and Jada, thank you for joining us, and
Welcome.
all those watching out there, Galen University, because
It's
excel.
That's right. That's right.
We always excel. So with that, we're gonna sign out.
All right.
Take it away.
Nice.